Today we're going to have the opportunity and pleasure to visit with a couple of ladies from Milestone Financial. Budgeting, that's what we're going to talk about. And joining me today, Sloane Killian, the marketing director for Milestone Financial Group, and financial newbie.
Good morning,
How
Aaron.
are you, Sloane?
I'm good.
Financial advisor Ashleigh Franco with us as well. Ashleigh, how are you?
Doing good.
Yes.
Sloane?
Yeah. So I am, like you said, I'm the marketing director at MFG. It's been a wonderful ride thus far, but I am basically completely new to the financial world. As you said, I'm a newbie.
Yes.
And I don't think I would be, a great marketing director if I didn't take this opportunity to turn my ignorance into content. So here I am, and I'm lucky enough to work with such amazing people who make some of these concepts so much more manageable and much more understandable for even a layman like myself. And so I'm here to, kind of start from the bottom and lay some groundwork and learn about budgeting from Ashleigh.
Yeah. Well, we're really excited. We figured we start with budgeting, the basics of the basics. And when you hear budgeting, people think no fun. That isn't true. So we're here to debunk that myth and kind of just go over some general and practical advice.
All right, so let's get things kicked off here. Sloane, what's the first question?
Yeah, so Ashleigh, what do you think are the biggest mistakes that people make whenever they start talking about budgeting?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they budget too strict, too fast, too soon. People often set unrealistic expectations on spending limits, and then when they don't stick to them, they feel like they're a failure, and then they give up the entire thing and say, why is it worth it? Another really common mistake is not accounting for irregular expenses like car repairs, medical bills, holiday spending. Really, a good budget is flexible and accounts for both regular and unexpected costs.
Makes a lot of sense. So how often should people review and adjust their budgets, Ashleigh?
Yeah, at least monthly. And I've seen people do it weekly. It really depends on your preference and how much time you want to allocate it. A budget really isn't something you set and forget. It's more of a living document. And you might find that some categories need to be adjusted based on real spending habits. What we see a lot is travel picks up in the summer. So allocating a little bit more to that in the summer versus winter makes sense. And also kind of recommend doing a deeper review every 3 to 6 months to look at your overall trends and really the big picture adjustments.
Awesome. So is there like an ideal budgeting method, or does it just vary from person to person?
It really depends on the person. No size fits all here. Some people really thrive on the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of the income goes towards necessity, 30% goes towards wants, and 20s to savings and debt repayment. Others prefer zero-based budgeting, where you assign every dollar a job, and then basically you at the end of the month you have $0 left in your bank account. Other people that have spending problems, sometimes finding a cash account method works really well, because then you can't spend it if you don't have it.
So, okay, if we switch gears here a little bit and talk about, income and expenses, which I think are kind of the main two things that go into budgeting, right? Let's say I get a pay raise or a bonus. Maybe I expected it, maybe I didn't, but how should I handle that in my budget?
Yeah. Well, that's also a great opportunity to kind of pay yourself first, because you weren't expecting it. And you could consider allocating about 50% of that increase towards savings or debt repayment, while allowing yourself to enjoy the other half. That way you can make financial progress without feeling deprived.